Okay. Yeah. Don't know what the battery condition in this camera is right now. It may die. If it does, I'll just start over. Anyway, I was asked by a friend of mine to look at this receiver amplifier. I've already liberated the fasteners from it. There are 8 of them to loosen the cabinet. I have already plugged it in. The complaint is that the display was flickering random as though it was losing its mind. I have a pretty good idea why that's happening. Nevertheless, no, it's not plugged in right now. No power here. I'm out in the garage because I'm going to use some compressed air to blow out any dust that may have accumulated in there. Looking at this thing, it is in very good condition. He had mentioned that it had been in storage for a while. Wherever sorry about the noise, wherever he had it stored was good by my reckoning. What is this beast? Pardon me. Yamaha Natural Sound Stereo Receiver RX-596. Wow, dating this thing. Well, color. 90s. These things, Yamaha did it right. Just certain things they did, particularly having to do with the power amplifier. Yes, this thing uses plastic transistors. The power supply is analog. It is not a switching power supply. The tuner module over there. Boy, I like the Yamahas. So anyway, my first inclination usually was something that's been sitting around a while in disuse is to blow the dust out of it. There's some in here, but hardly any. I think the primary issue with it is this mode selection switch, input selector switch. I'm going to blow some air through it, and I think without using any solvents, we'll probably be able to get this lady working just fine. I'll spare you the noise. We all know what it sounds like, so I'm just going to blow what little bit of dust accumulation there is out of it, and we'll take it from there. I will do a output power check on it in 2 proper loads, and just to make sure there's nothing funky going on. I don't think there is. This piece looks to be in quite fine condition. And my preliminary test, plugging it in, I had some small speakers attached to it. It seems it's overall it's fine. It's just this motorized selector switch. This thing has a remote control that allows you to select the input, AM, FM, aux ins, phonograph, whatever, and it actually has a motor that drives this switch. I've seen problems with those before, and it's just that from disuse, just from sitting, it got a little dirty. So I'm gonna blow whatever little bit of dust out of it that there is, and do a more comprehensive functional test on it in a moment. See it. Okay, and blew out a little bit of dust that was in it. I've attached a couple of small speakers. Plugged in, powered up. John, I cannot find anything really wrong with this, other than this selector switch was a bit noisy, dirty. Just working it a little bit, literally doing that, seems to have cleared the trouble with it. Right now it's set to tuner, FM. Clearly it's playing. I'm not going to put the full watts out of this thing into these speakers. This thing, I'd have to check, it probably goes about 60 watts per channel, or thereabouts, judging by the guts I'm seeing. And boy, these things are made nice. This should go quite a while longer. I think the only problem is it's just some dirty selector switches. These things do need to be manipulated to get rid of dirt, grime, smoke, whatever. But yeah, the thing's working. I'll put it up a little bit. Beware of the volume here. Both channels are working. Everything's working. Balance control. Fully left. Fully right. Center. Treble control. Bass all the way down.
1027 Jack FM.
Treble all the way down, bass all the way up. Now, receiving FM off of the crappiest FM antenna like ever made. This does not have an FM aerial of the sort that connects or couples to the line cord. It really does need an external FM antenna. Same thing with the AM. This thing does not have an AM loop antenna in it. If you want to receive radio, you have to have some sort of external antenna. Otherwise, you're not going to receive anything. But if the radio's working, the rest of it's working. I cannot imagine that the phono channel would not be working. The thing's in good shape. Judging by the complaint was that as it was switched to different modes, it would flicker and flash. Well, that largely, I'm sure, was simply due to this selector switch, which just working it a little bit. I did not apply any cleaners to it. All I did was blow out some dust. And I got no complaints with it. See, I've got the tuner set to manual. Let's do, pardon me, the noise. Let's do, oh, where's the button? Auto tuning. And this way when you hit tune, it should find the next. That's working just fine. Let's see what happens. We tune it up a little. Should find the next highest. There.
Saving 365
and there it is. Again, this antenna I'm using is not optimal. I'm here in my garage. There's a folded dipole setting up there, but it's not optimized, nor is it matched. It's a 300 ohm antenna, and I'm connecting into, I think, what is a 75 ohm connection on the back of this beast. But nevertheless, it's working. Well, anyway, that's the FM. Let's see, just for grins and giggles, so not many people listen to the AM side. I certainly do. But let's see if I connect just, which essentially amounts to a hunk of wire to the AM broadcast antenna connection. Let's see what that does. AM
For 74,000 delegates.
AM auto tune. See where it goes. Tune up.
It takes is remarkable, and I just
Tune up.
Yeah.
Okay, John, the thing's working. It's consider it serviced, free of charge. I'm not going to charge you for moving a dial about like that for a minute. That's all it needed. It just sat for a while. These contacts, you know, they get a little bit, tiny little bit of corrosion on them. Smoke, dirt, bugs, and whatever. The thing's working. I'm just going to put the cabinet back on and hand it right back to you, and store it like you've been storing it. Wherever you were storing it is working. As far as I'm concerned, it could not have been stored better. But when you pull it out and you want to use it, you're going to have to work the dials a little bit. Not at all unusual. Hope this helps. Yeah. Till next time. See ya.